welcome in, hockey fans, AHL hockey fans, as it will be. This is the Calder Cup Finals, but I've got a guy that's been here since day one with the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Tim O'Brien is with me, the in-game host of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Thanks for stepping in and visiting for a little while.
Thanks for having me. This is pretty cool. I just said to you before that I'm usually the one doing the interview, not on the other side. So this is cool. Thank you.
Well, the first thing I noticed with Coachella Valley is they did it right. When they opened the building's the right size. They've got a right group of people. I love what you guys do. I love your promotion department. I love the way you fire up the crowd. And even though this group is maybe in a non-traditional market, they're picking up hockey quick, right?
Oh, they've learned just even, when we opened the arena here in December, and then I'd say probably about halfway through February, they really started catching on and really understanding the game. You dump the puck on a penalty kill, everybody starts clapping and cheering, because that wasn't the case right away, right? There's some snowbirds in this area from Canada and upstate Washington. They knew the rules, they knew the game, but the true Valley residents here, the locals, have really bought in and gone all in on it.
Okay, so we move forward to, April. It's April, it's May, now it's June. Is this going to end, Tim, or is my playoff beard going to grow forever?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things we've been spoiled here, right? You want it to keep going. You don't want to take a break here from June into October, but it's just been unbelievable. You play hockey in June, you're doing something right no matter, at all levels.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we talked about snowbirds, but now snowbirds are gone, man. This is Coachella Valley hockey community, people that love the game and love the experience. I go to a grocery store and I see people that go like, "Hey, I got to get to a hockey game." For real? This is going to last?
We were talking about it today. It's funny you mentioned I was golfing this morning and I counted 4 or 5 different Firebirds hats, polos. Went and got something to eat afterwards. They had a banner at the restaurant. They had people in there with their Firebirds hats. The snowbirds are gone probably since April or so.
Right.
So you're talking the last 2.5 months that they've just gone all in the Valley here, and they've bought in. It's true Valley residents that are filling this arena each night.
And filling it they are, but you're the guy that gets them fired up. I mean, you guys, tell me about an everyday routine. I don't know if it's changed from the regular season to playoffs, but tell me about your routine. What time do you get here? What time do you start thinking about what you want to do?
Sure. There's about a 7 o'clock puck drop. We're here by 5. So our director of event presentation, Kristen Thompson, she comes in. We have a production meeting, kind of go over the layout of where we're supposed to be at what times, at what time out, and what period, what we're doing for the intermission. So it's planned out earlier in the week, but then we kind of finalize everything, the night of. And when you got a crowd like this, 10,000 plus in the American Hockey League, I mean, they make it easy. Anybody could do this job right now because the fans, you have them in the palm of your hand, they're so fired up, no pun intended, and they love it. It's exciting.
Okay, so give me a typical event between periods, because you guys do some fun stuff. I mean, it's hard to keep finding new stuff, but you guys find some fun stuff.
Yeah, so we do Highmark is a sponsor here, so that we do the Bud Light beer bottle and beer can race. It's a relay, 2-on-2. You start at the goal line, go all the way around one lap, tag your partner, and then they go to center ice for a chance to shoot the puck after they complete their lap for a chance at Bud Light prize. There's adult pong, which is laid out like beer pong with volleyballs. They got to shoot it in from blue line to center ice, or center ice to blue line. So there's so many different the scooter races where you can lay down like a wheelbarrow or sit on your butt and get pushed. So there's so many different cool ideas. And Kristen, our boss, has had a background in this. I think she was with the Tucson Roadrunners before here and had some work done in San Antonio. I used to do this at Madison Square Garden. So I have got some background in it. Used to do it with a minor league baseball team in New Jersey, back home for the Phillies High A team at the Jersey Shore. So we've kind of all culminate, get our ideas, mix everything together, and there's just endless game. We could fill a whole night with just games on the ice.
Okay, so I have to ask you this, because when you watch this team develop, and you and I have talked several times, we spent a long time the other day watching practice, and I don't know if I've seen a team come together. And I think Coach Bilesma was the best guy for the job. I had a chance to visit with Jessica Campbell the other day, and I thought she was the best one for the job. I think Stu Bickle. I don't know how that all happened so quickly and how Seattle as an organization got it right.
Yeah, it spoke to pause on the Firebirds for a moment. Look what Seattle did. They had the most points gained over a 2-year period to make the playoffs and make their run. I think Troy Bodie, the president of the team here, you tip your cap to him for what he has built here with the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Dan Baalsma's got the experience, right? He's got AHL burn, we should say. He's played. Made his way up to the NHL. He's got a Stanley Cup as a coach. So yeah, he picked the right staff, and we were talking off camera here a little bit ago, and Dan Baalsma's opened up a little bit. You can see he is kind of well, I don't want to say he was rough around the edges. He was just very strict by the book. Had to get this thing off the ground and do it right and set the precedent. But now here we are 6 months later, and he's been great. I agree with you. I don't know that there was a better person out there to build this thing and do it correctly.
Okay, so we got a couple more games. I told you when you came in tonight that I'm feeling a little sentimental because I'm not sure that we're going to see Game 6 or 7 just because this team is so good. Now, I don't want to jinx anything, but I also want to take it all in tonight just in case we're not playing a meaningful hockey game here again till October.
When you put it that way, you've got to kind of, take a moment tonight when we're out in the bowl and just kind of embrace it and appreciate it for where it started and where it is right now. Of course, you want to get it done, right? You want to get it done in 4 would be great. But if this is the last home game here, it's pretty damn special what's been happening here over the last few months.
All right, final one for you. I asked Coach Baalsma. I said, this season's been kind of up and down. You've experienced a little bit of everything. He looked back at me and he said, we're teaching the fans a little bit of everything. Yeah. I asked him in the press conference the other night, you probably heard me, when I said there's a new phrase going around the building. It's, we want the cup.
I was completely blown away when I started hearing that. That was, that you hear that in an NHL building. Yes. That's deep history there. But when a fan base starts just chanting that, I was blown away. It gave me chills. I couldn't believe it. And his quote was great when he said, well, I guess we have to fight him for it. We want it too. It's just unbelievable.
Tim, I appreciate your time. I'm going to get some video of you doing your thing tonight. So be at your best, okay?
Yeah, if it in fact is the last home game, I'm going all out. Our PA announcer, Jason Hernandez, we were talking, and he said, I feel like I got to go a little deeper tonight just in case this is the last game of this season. So, yeah, I'm with him. We're gonna dig in and give it all we got.
Well, you know what? We'll be here on Game 6 and Game 7 if it need be. Coach Baalsma will tell you it's 420 minutes, so he's programmed everybody to go the distance. Yeah, sure. So if it ends sooner, it ends sooner, right?
That's it. Let's hope anyway. Let's hope.
All right, that's the in-game voice, the in-arena voice of the Coachella Valley Firebirds. You can catch him on TV, too. He's got a little side gig. All right. Nice job.